Hey YouTube, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have a wonderful, special weekend and that it's filled with love and wonderful, happy things. We've had a tough year in the past 12 months around the world. For us, lockdown started about 12 months ago. So hopefully you've been able to get through it. And I certainly hope and pray that my courses and content here at the Student Success Coach has certainly helped you. So happy Valentine's Day. I'm giving away 5 of my courses, and they specifically relate to careers and careers that you can take. And I really want you to maximize, your opportunities for success in 2021. So here goes. I'm going to take you through the courses, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of the landing page, and all the links and everything that you need is down below in the description. Those are the links you can go and click on, get access into the courses for free. And I'll see you in those lessons, and you can ask questions, and I'll be right there with you helping along as your instructor. So 5 free career courses for Valentine's Day, and really because I love my students. So I want you to take action to improve your career options in 2021. And so you'll be able to, with these 5 courses, number 1, boost your career and learn other careers, like in the second course, HR, in the third course, Procurement, in the fourth course, Agile, and in the fifth course, Program Management. So down below, you'll be able to click and improve your job prospects and accelerate your career growth. Now that course is going to learn how to get you the job you want and grow your career. So a couple of reviews that I got from the students that have already done this course. One of them said, "This course was very effective. I understood everything that was being taught." And another student of the course says, "I do not have much experience, hence why I'm taking this course to improve my career and get the correct start." And the last review that I'll read out for this first course, Improve Your Job Prospects and Boost Your Career Growth, said, quote, "Very informative, especially for someone who is new in the workplace." Okay, so let's dive into Udemy. That's where the courses are. When you click the links below, you'll hop onto Udemy. If you've got an account there, it'll just open up and you'll be able to get straight into the course. So let's have a look inside. All right, so there's my landing page, and you can see I've got good number of students, and I hope that you're already one of those students, and if not, then you're going to become one of those when you click on one of those links just now. So the first course, what I've read the reviews of just now, is to improve your job prospects and accelerate your career growth. Learn how to get the job you want and build your career using practical skills and techniques to help you succeed. So there's real practical, and I've done a couple of webinars that lead people into this course, and I give them some of the value that they could look forward to. So what you'll learn, interview techniques that earn trust, build credibility, and get you the job that you want. Write a CV, communication skills. There's a full description there of what you're going to get. Time management, cover letters, LinkedIn, finding a mentor, goal setting, networks, etc. So I've given you an idea of who the course is for there, and then just your course content. So it's going to be about an hour and a half, and really I think that's absolutely a perfect length. Just you'll be able to sit down, pause, take some notes, etc. But a couple of hours you'll be done, and you'll get all the value from this incredible course. So it's split up into a couple of sections. I'm going to take you through them. So this will be a bit of an introduction, and then it's really in 2 sections. Make a professional entrance to the world of work. And in there's some lessons around how to enhance your positioning and your presence. I'll walk you through the Nova resume tool. And then the second section is all about, once you're in your job, in your dream career, how do you then boost your prospects? And there I give you practical tips and techniques. So how to brand yourself and the big breaks that you need for career progression, how to become a master of time management so that you can get things done. I'll teach you some of the principles that have worked well in my life for being successful. How to manage conflict, and then I'll even walk you through my own LinkedIn profile. So I'll show you all the tips and tricks about how to use LinkedIn. Okay, then the next course we're going to talk about is how to learn about HR technology. Now, if you click on the link below, you'll pick up that course for free. How to achieve successful HR technology with the 5-pillar framework. Now, the 5-pillar framework was something that I developed with my team when we ran IT for one of the largest financial services organizations in Africa. So we were supporting 40,000 employees. So we had IT systems and databases. We really knew in depth what it took to run successful HR technology. And we were also HR professionals. So supporting employees in an organization obviously is the job of HR, and there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes. And this course will help you learn the best practices for human resources IT teams so that you can support your employees even better. So a couple of reviews. First person says, Bernard, quote, I can concur that these pillars will surely make HR technology a true enabler in any business. Josephine says, quote, awesome stuff, really valuable information. And then Lyle, who's an expert in HR technology, he said, the course is fantastic. So let's have a look quickly at the course. Achieve successful HR technology with a 5-pillar framework, world-class employee solutions for self-service, case management, portals, knowledge management, and talent acquisition. And those are really just some of the things that I'll take you through in the course. A full description there of what you'll learn. So click the link below, enroll, and you'll always have access to this course and any of them that you take up of mine. So full description there that you can go through, look at the value you're going to get, and who knows, careers today, they move around, chop and change. You're not going to have the same career that you started out with, that you finish with 5-10 years. It's going to change. So the better prepared you are, the more skills that you have at your disposal, the more successful you're going to be in your career, whichever direction it takes. Okay, course content. So once again, about an hour and a half. And here I give you an introduction, and then I'll take you through the comprehensive 5-pillar framework of world-class HR technology. So really walk you through all those different pillars there. And then I'll give you a case study. And this is really going to make it come alive for you. Again, the case study is really what I did for a number of years in running IT for a large financial services organization. And so I teach you the 5 pillars, the 5 big things that you need to get right for HR technology, and then I'll teach you the case study, walk you through the journey that we took and how we developed and then applied those principles to build a world-class HR IT organization. All right, so the next one that I'm going to offer you in the links below is Procurement. Now, this is one of my best-selling courses. It seems a lot of people want to get into supply chain, and it makes sense because it's not just about organizations buying from suppliers and how they get those suppliers to jump through hoops to get approvals, but it seems like people are doing this course who are in these small businesses that want to supply into these large organizations. And because I've implemented procurement systems at 3 large organizations, I can tell you and I teach you in the course exactly how it works from the inside. And so if you're in a small organization that wants to supply into those large organizations, best thing you can do is learn the purchase to pay process. So down below you can click for a complete guide to purchase to pay, learn supply chains and how large companies buy from suppliers. And you could be one of those suppliers, but you're going to have to learn how to get approval, how to get paid, all those good things. Yash says it's a great course introducing the fundamentals of procurement through to payments. Venetia says quick and easy to understand, course instructor knowledgeable about content. And then Mira says the author of the course has a good practical experience that is well used during the course sections. Thank you, Mira. Let's just have a look then at the course landing page. As I said, it's a bestseller, one of my highest rated courses, 4.6. Nearly over 500 students, and there once again on the landing page, full breakdown of what you'll learn, the requirements, a description. You can go through all of that even before you decide to click, but it's free anyway. Why wouldn't you go in there and get the benefit of an entirely new career possibly at your disposal? So in the lessons, I'll take you through complete guide to purchase to pay. And one of the things that you'll find in all my courses, and that's in this course, is a whiteboard overview. So at the beginning, I get up my whiteboard and I draw pictures for you and I make it real. And you'll see my whiteboard overviews in many of my courses. And usually it's right up front so that as you're going into the course, you get value right up front. And in this course, I sketch the purchase to pay value chain, because it's a series of steps that you need to understand. And then the rest of the course really unpacks that and goes into some more detail. So then you'll learn key concepts in purchasing. You'll learn about requisitions, approvals, and training. how to achieve expertise in the purchase order process. That's critical, purchase order. If you're a supplier, you need to get that purchase order, because if you've got an approved purchase order from that large organization, when you submit your invoice, it's going to get paid a lot quicker. And then lastly, controls and payments. And then I teach you two-way matching, three-way matching. And these are all just control mechanisms in the purchase to pay process. And then there's an assignment in this course. So you're really going to put your skills to the test and get to grips with purchasing in reality. All right, now the next one. So in this video, I'm talking about 5 courses that I've made available to celebrate Valentine's Day weekend, just because I love my students, and all the links are down below. So the 4th one is you'll be able to click and learn how Agile and Hackathons create high-performing teams. Now, it comes from my own experience of running a large hackathon in a bank for about 5 or 6 years. And in this course, you will learn how to take your team to the next level in 2021 with a hackathon that will drive Agile practices and business moonshots. So Vinesh said it's a practical guide on how to implement Agile practices in a hackathon of a large enterprise and achieve successful business outcomes. Very important. And when we ran the hackathons, it wasn't just about IT developers sitting in a room. We got business and IT together. If you go through the course, you'll see exactly how we did it and how we achieved those business moonshots. And as a student going into the working world, this takes you inside one of the most successful hackathons that was run in South Africa. And in actual fact, it was eventually documented into a case study at Harvard Business School. And then Yaen says, I would highly recommend this course to anybody stuck in their corporate ways of work, looking for ways to break out of that pattern, to start experimenting with hackathons and new agile ways of working. Now, let's say you're a student going into the world of work. If you're able to help the companies and teams that you work for break out of corporate ways of working, you're going to be very successful. So let's dive into the course and see what you're going to get. So what you'll learn, hackathons are basically moonshot factories. You'll be able to drive your agile journey with a hackathon. It gives teams freedoms to solve business problems with the latest technology. You'll see how important collaboration is in hackathons, and how hackathons actually encourage and get teams to become more collaborative. Okay, then the description is all there, a few reviews. You can always go look at reviews on any of my courses, and please check out the reviews. And of course, always leave a rating and a review when you do one of my courses. Course content there, also just over an hour. Most of my courses are between 1 and 2 hours, so it's not too lengthy. You can get through it. Take your time. Set a couple of hours aside. Make sure you practice what you're learning. Take some notes. Don't do it all at once necessarily. Just pick up a lesson as you go. But I'm with you every step of the way in these courses, giving you practices and assignments and quizzes along the way. So in this course here, you're going to get an introduction, how to drive agile practices like collaboration. You'll learn from the FNB Code Fest and how we ran the event over 4 years. You'll learn how to improve team collaboration with a hackathon that actually solves business problems. That's very important. Don't just do a hackathon, or don't just try and be agile for the sake of it. You've got to solve business problems. And as a student going into the working world, you've always got to be laser focused on solving business problems. That's what's going to make you successful. And then we talk about how to aim for moonshots, and then there's a bit of a conclusion. And just to remind you, of all my courses, you can pop in and you can see what other students have said about the course. So you can see there Althea, Alan, Skulk, Blessing. I usually reply to most of the reviews. Zinchle, Deneo, Rashri, all of these. Peter Havlik, he said, great overview of the hackathon concept as a tool to drive an entrepreneurial and agile culture in a corporate environment. The FNB Hackathon that the course refers to set the standard for this kind of initiative, which has since become adopted by numerous corporates in SA. Right, so that was just the 5 courses that I made available, and in fact there's one more. So we're going to quickly talk about learning program management. Now, in any job, you're going to have to do some level of project or program management. So this course will teach you 6 practical lessons so that you can transform your project role. Whatever you're doing in a project or a program, you'll be able to improve alignment, improve focus, and ultimately get the delivery going in that project. We'll have a look at it just now. But a couple of reviews. Malungelo said, good course. I've picked up a few points to implement in my projects. Thanks, Peter. Pleasure, Malungelo. Emma said, quote, great course. Abduram said, good course for leadership skills. And then Venetia said, I like the approach. It is based on actual experience, which answers the how that is usually left out of the course material. Thanks, Venetia. So let's have a look at the course. And absolutely, it is based on my practical experience of running large-scale programs and projects for the better part of 20 years in my career. So here's the landing page, and you will indeed learn program management, 6 practical lessons, valuable lessons from 20 years in the project trenches. So 20 years of experience in running projects and programs, and whether you're a student going to any type of career, any type of vocation, any type of career path, you're going to have to run projects and programs. And this course will teach you how to do that. It's not a methodology course. It's those 6 practical lessons that I think mattered the most over the years. You do need to have a methodology background if you are going to be a project manager, but if you just need to drive projects and get success with projects, then this course will be extremely useful for you. So you'll learn how to cut through the noise of busy environments with useful project communications, work with portfolio managers, create and nurture top talent, understand the importance of leadership, culture, and relationships. There's a full and detailed description there. And then the course content, a little bit longer. This one's 2.5 hours, so there's quite a bit of content here for you to go through. And all these that are hyperlinked here, you can have a look at for free. So any of my courses that you don't have a free seat for, but that you'd like to buy, hop on there, onto the landing page, click on these if they have a hyperlink, and you can see I've made some of the lectures for free as part of the preview of the course. But of course, you can always go and buy the course and get the whole thing and support me. That would be really great. But in the course here for program management, I'll take you first through secret number 1. And these are almost secrets, just practical lessons, things that I've picked up over the years. The art of taking people with you, go far, go together, very important. Lesson number 2, or secret number 2, construction foremen have it all and you can learn from them. So what does that mean? Go into the course and find out. Basically, they have a clipboard, so they're always looking at what they need to be doing. They have a hard hat, so they're protected, and they have a loud hailer, so they're always communicating. And that's really good analogies for how a project manager needs to work. Then lesson number 3, cut cumbersome like cancer to save your program. Now, I believe that programs and projects don't fail because people aren't doing their best. They fail because the organization puts too much bureaucracy and administrative burden on top of projects. So you'll learn in there how to get rid of that, how to get rid of those cumbersome practices and become a lot more agile and successful in your program. Milestone countdowns, I use those very often in my projects. And then the 5th one, program management offices. And then the 6th is deliverable design reviews. Okay, so this is where you've got a little bit more like a software project or a project that has a lot of design as part of it. I talk about deliverable reviews in there. And then added in some principles, practices, features, tips and tricks of presenting with PowerPoint. Because if you're a program manager, you're going to need to use PowerPoint and you're going to need to be able to present to people exactly what's happening on your project. All right, so that was the 5 courses that I'm making available for free because it's Valentine's Day. So guys, please go click all of them, enroll in all of them, just absorb this incredible value that I've made available for you. And really those are different career options, different directions that you can go in as part of your development, as part of your growth. If you're a student getting into the working world, why wouldn't you just take an afternoon and go and tap into my knowledge of 20 years on all of those topics? So links are below, go in there, and I'll see you in the courses.